Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Finds of Yesterday, and me and my husband are headed off to somewhere that you're gonna like. I'll give you a hint, it has lots of bling, but it's not jewelry. So hang on tight, we're almost there. So here we go. We are at the Museum of American Glass in Weston, West Virginia. This place is filled with American glass dating all the way back to 1860 up to the present. Most of the glassware though is from 1900 to 1960, and that's about when American handmade glass was booming in that time frame. As you can see, there is a large variety of colors and forms and patterns and all these different glass pieces. And they have a variety of pieces from bottles to vases to serving pieces, as you see here. And they're all labeled nicely. They have telegraph insulators and chicken in a basket as well. So this first one is depression glass, as we all probably know. The pink and the yellow are pretty common depression glass pieces that everybody loves, and I'm sure you might even have a piece at home. I think I have this set right here. That's why I'm zooming in on it, because it's very similar to the one I have. That was from the Central Glass Works in Wheeling, West Virginia. This next section is from the Cambridge Glass Company in Cambridge, Ohio. As you can see here, these gorgeous perfume bottles. Look how long and slender they are. They are absolutely gorgeous. I don't believe I've seen any out and about when I've been thrifting. I've sold some of the smaller, shorter ones with the little puff spray puffer thing on it. I can't think of what you call it. Some gorgeous glass pieces. Next we have Anchor Hocking. I'm sure you've all heard of Anchor Hocking. It's out of Lancaster, Ohio. And see these gorgeous ruby, they call this Royal Ruby Anchor glass. It's kind of a transparent red. It's gorgeous. And of course we have the Fire King green. Looks like jadeite, and then the tulip ones my mom had. I remember them distinctly. Then we have Hazel Atlas, which is something that I think a lot of us are familiar with. Look at the pretty etching on these pieces. They were in business from 1902 to 1956. Some people say 1964, but the blue is also more Hazel Atlas, and the purple. Look at that pretty royal blue, cobalt blue, transparent glass. They originally were in Clarksburg, West Virginia, and then moved to Pennsylvania. Then we have the green and pink, what they call is platinite, and that is a fired on color. They kind of have an opaque look to them. Most of these were made in post 1940s era, and some of the earlier pieces will have platinite on the bottom instead of HA for Hazel Atlas. Next we have the Jefferson Glass Company out of Follinsby, West Virginia. And I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but this is all custard glass. And it glows because it has uranium in it under black light. They started in Steubenville, Ohio in 1900, and they were only there till 1908, and then they moved to West Virginia. And they specialized in their opalescent glass. When they moved, they sold many of their Steubenville opalescent glass molds to the Northwood Glass Company. Now, Harry Northwood was the founder of Northwood and Company, actually H. Northwood and Company. And he tried a couple other glass companies before he started his own in 1902 in Wheeling, West Virginia, where he developed his formula for carnival glass. He died in 1919, and then the company closed up shop in 1925. These are still Northwood pieces. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that, like berry red color. There's that opalescent. Next we have intaglio by the same company. Intaglio means incised or engraved into the glass. So there's etchings into the glass. Next we have stretch glass. That is considered iridized glass, which has been reheated after it had been hit with metallic sprays, which give it that iridescent color. It was used by many different American glass companies from about 1912 to the early 30s. And after it was reheated, the piece would be reshaped. Maybe they expanded the lip of the piece or stretched it in some form or fashion and reshaped it, and then it created an onion skin effect on it. They usually have little or no pattern to them. Then we have salt and pepper shakers, which are absolutely gorgeous. Them pink ones, oh my gosh. And they all have their original aluminum lids on them. If you look close enough, I bet you can find a Fenton in there. There's some pretty green. They consider that jadeite. And oh my gosh, the paperweights that they had. And such pretty ones. And these are all made by like individuals that are probably just learning how to get into glass making. And this is, I think, probably the first thing they learn. Or maybe it might be glass beads. But look at that. Look at the egg. That is gorgeous. How they stretch and pull the glass to form them patterns is amazing. As you can tell, most of them have a covering around the outside that's clear, and most of the color and the work is on the inside, and they just surround it with clear glass. Paperweights became popular in the mid-1800s, even though they had been around for a long, long time. They were considered to be a luxury item. Nowadays, people use these paperweights to decorate their homes. Some people collect them because they're just so gorgeous. And we zoom in on the Millefiori one. That one is 1,000 flowers. The artists get very creative with these. This next portion of the video is dedicated to my friend Esme. She loves chicken in a basket and she's starting to collect them, so I thought she would enjoy this portion of the video. The official name chicken in a basket originated from Westmoreland glass in the 1930s. And there's at least 100 glass companies that produced at least 250 forms and sizes of these glass hen covered dishes. Some people call them animal dish, some people call them trinket boxes. hen in a basket or hen on a nest. They have lots of names. But Westmoreland calls them chicken in a basket. I like the slide glass ones. What is your favorite one? That one's from the early 1900s. It was from Indiana glass. There's a Fostoria. And of course Fenton. Love the Carnival glass one. And check this one out by Ellie Smith. That was from the 1980s. Hope you enjoyed that part, Esme. Then we have making glass eyes. It's kind of an interesting little frame. They even show some finished eyes. And iris colors. This next portion is dedicated to my friend Harry Humstone. Go check him out on YouTube and check out Esme as well. He loves insulators. Look at this smart glass display here. So it's connected to electricity. And you hit the switch and it makes it opaque. Wouldn't that be neat? Instead of having curtains or shades on your windows, just plug it in. Voila, it's clear again. Insulators, insulators, insulators. They had lots of them. They can be worth some money on eBay. I looked at the latest ones in August. One sold for $633. It was kind of an aqua color, a little different shape, more of a squared off, taller one. The purple ones are kind of neat. There's a little bit of information on them. Civil War times. They remind me of Star Wars. Looks like Darth Vader. Then we have lots of lamps, gorgeous lamps, and some more toppers. And slide glass lamps. And bottles of every sort imaginable. I'm sure this place would probably sell to you if you wanted anything out of the cases, because I think they changed these pieces in and out quite a bit. They actually had a gift shop. You could go buy some stuff they already had marked. And they also had a library which was just massive, full of glass books. And soda bottles, beer bottles. There's Dad's root beer. I remember that one. Lots of medicine bottles. And Blendo glass. You know, I thought I loved the lemon colored one. It just looks like lemonade in a glass. Until I scrolled down and I seen the green, which is just gorgeous. That was handcrafted in West Virginia. And then I seen the orange and fell in love with that one. And turquoise is my favorite color, so I fell in love with that one. So it says here it was made by the West Virginia Glass Company from 56 to 87. But then I seen the purple and teal, and I just love that one too. So I think overall I love Blendo glass. And we have some uranium pieces here. And last but not least are flowers. I figured if you stayed with me this long, you deserve a flower bouquet. And here is a carnival glass mold. This cute little guy outside welcomed everybody. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe.